Today, Ubisoft wants to make a movie not suck, and Hollywood doesn't understand. This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint. I say that, but of course you're not watching because Skyrim came out on Friday.
But that does mean we can say whatever we want. I'm a kitty! Meow!
In a recent interview, THQ's executive VP Danny Bilson said that Saints Row 4 would be even wilder than Saints Row 3. Oh, I was all excited about 3. Should I just cancel my pre-order now? I mean, we fundamentally know that the next iteration of something will always be bigger in some way, but to actually hear it before the new one is out, now I'm less excited.
Almost 800,000 euros worth of Modern Warfare has been stolen in France. According to various news reports, thieves in 2 separate incidents blockaded roads and then drove their vehicles into the moving delivery vans to bring them to a stop, and then used tear gas and knives to subdue the terrified drivers before making off with the entire shipment of games. Holy balls. This isn't just a heist worthy of Modern Warfare 3. This sounds like it could be a mission in Modern Warfare 3. And I, for one, welcome this trend. If we have to steal video games, let's only do it in the style of the video game we're stealing from now on. If I do a report on anyone stealing a shipment of Skyrim, they better have flown in on a dragon and then beheaded someone with a broadsword.
Game of Thrones is turning into quite a cultural phenomenon. Author George R.R. Martin and HBO have announced plans to create 3 video game spin-offs, an MMO, a console RPG, and a social networking game, which is regrettably being described as Farmville comes to Westeros. See, the problem with that is that it takes a cool thing and makes it sound shitty. Why would I want to waste my time growing frost-resistant melons in Winterfell when I could be doing what Game of Thrones is known for? Killing everyone. I think social gaming is crying out for a game where they can finally kill all their annoying Facebook friends.
Epic's Cliffy B has said that there's still some life in the Xbox 360, which I'm sure comes as good news to Microsoft. In some oddly backhanded compliments of the system, he said that you can still make cool stuff for the 360 if you trick it into doing what you want. All that's needed is a little code magic, he says. Xbox, Cliffy B is acting like that mentally abusive boyfriend who says that dress looks good because it hides your obvious flaws. I think it's time to break up with him.
Not only is there a remake of Total Recall in the works, I know, but there are also plans to make a Total Recall browser-based MMO that will be free to play with microtransactions. So we can all look forward to spending $5 to get us to Mars, and then maybe pay another $10 to play as the real Quaid.
The Mario Brothers movie was the first live-action video game movie, and thus began the long tradition of video game movies being awful. Ubisoft doesn't want to let their Assassin's Creed project go the way of Tomb Raider, Blood Rain, or even their own franchise, Prince of Persia. So, unlike The Prince, over which they had no control, they've struck a deal with Sony Pictures that gives them unprecedented control of the project, over such things as casting and release date. Hollywood insiders are flabbergasted that someone would stand up to their draconian system. Paul Saunders has more.
So apparently the amorphous mass known as Hollywood is upset by this deal, almost as if they feel threatened by it. Which is excellent news, because Hollywood has routinely shown that they don't care about games or their companies. Almost like they're treating these companies like a first-time author. We're gonna make a movie about your game. You're gonna be on the TV. Isn't that exciting? Hollywood insiders are also freaking out because Ubisoft has the option to pull the plug on the project at any time. This is also a good thing. It means that if it's going to be shit, they can just stop it, and no one has to keep putting money into it, and no one has to go through the motions of promoting and releasing a product they know is garbage. Game devs do this all the time. If a game is going to suck, you kill it and start again. Gone are the times when game studios are starstruck by Hollywood. The last Screed game had a better story, was made for a higher budget over a longer period of time than the vast majority of movies. These guys actually know what they're doing. The same Hollywood insiders are saying that Ubisoft having all this control will doom the project and it will never come out. When Revelations comes out, Ubi will have released a new Assassin's Creed game every year for 4 years. Not to mention all the other games they make. You're probably the same Hollywood insiders that thought David O. Russell turning the Uncharted movies' Nathan Drake into a family of plucky treasure hunters was a great idea. Welcome to the future of your industry.
Thank you, Paul. Now, while those are all very good points, I will point out that without the asinine Hollywood studio system, we wouldn't have had Jean-Claude Van Damme cast as all-American hero Guile in the Street Fighter movie.
Oh.
Have you lost your mind?
No, you've lost your balls.
Coming up, Square Enix says Final Fantasy XIII-2 is almost done. Well, I should hope so. It comes out in a month.